Okay, so we're good there. Now the very next thing we're going to do is to work on our config file here. We'll install a couple of things. So we are going, beg your pardon, we'll import a couple of things. So we're going to import the library, rather the plugin that we just created or just imported. So let's go ahead, say from that was Vite plugin mk search. Yeah, looks good. And then we're going to also import something else. Actually, you know what, we already have it imported, because we're going to import this line here. Yeah, now let's come down to the config here. So we have export define config, which is something we're also importing from Vite here. And then we have so we're gonna have something just right after this, you know, just before the plugins. So we're gonna have server, and yeah, so let's do that. Let's go HTTPS. True. Okay, looks good. Just add a comma there, and then we're also going to add the plugin that we just imported there. That's going to be mk-cert, and then do that. Okay, so that's good. And yeah, that's it for the config file. Now we need to create a tailwind.config.cjs file. So here, just make sure you save your file and close. So let's go on and create a new file. We'll call it tailwind.config.cjs, and then we'll create another file, and this one we'll call it postcss.config.cjs. Okay, so we're going to start with the configuration for the tailwind one. Let me just minimize this here so that you can see my screen. So yeah, we're going to write a few things. Let's start with module, actually, dot exports is equal to content, and then we use that. So inside here we say dot backslash index.html. That's where we're gonna close it. Beg your pardon. Then inside here we'll have dot src backslash asterisk backslash asterisk again, and then dot view. Ideally we'll have Vue.js and TS. We don't necessarily need this, so we'll come down and say theme, extend. We are now gonna have font family, Okay, so now inside the font family we could have sans, inter, then sans serif, right? Then let's say, let's come down here, say mono, and then we'll have pretty much same stuff, so get prints and whatnot. So just remove that comma there, and you want to close that, and then just close it again, just put a comma there. Now let's say plugins, and then we are just going to add that and close it again there, and that should be fine, that should be good. I'm not exactly sure why it's suggesting that, but that should be okay. Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty much it about this guy. Now we'll go to the post.config and also just configure some things. So say module dot exports, and then we'll say plugins with CSS, and also add auto prefix some. Let's close it there, add a comma, and close it again. That should be fine. Okay, that looks good. Now we are just going to work on our HTML here. We're just going to do some work here. So we have our HTML head, and yeah, so we have that. We're just gonna write a few lines here. You just might need to change this to password beg your pardon, generator. Okay, now we'll add a link here. So Vue is equal to pre-connect. That's right, so add Google APIs. Okay. And then we'll add another line which is going to be link is equal to that pre-connect, and we'll say h is equal to https fonts.jsstatic.com origin, and then we'll close that, right? Yeah, looks good. And then just before the title, we are also going to have so just before the title here, we'll say link, and yeah, that's pretty much the link we need. Real then style sheet. Yeah, looks good. So we'll say password generator there, and so within this body here, let's say class is equal to bg max plus 925, and yeah, so yeah, that's looks fine. So once these files are done, just make sure you save. Yeah, save. And then now we are going to create a styles folder inside our assets folder. So we'll call it styles. Right, and inside styles we are going to create two files, binary.css, and then we'll also have transitions.css. okay, and yeah, so so like those binary numbers that you saw on the demo, that's what we're gonna put in the binary.css. So I already have those numbers kept somewhere. I'm just gonna copy them and then paste them here. Yeah, so for the binary .css, I've kept yeah, so this is the content that we'll need for that. I'm just gonna paste that in. So that's going to be for our binary text that is going to be scrolling on top, and yeah, so now we can save that. And then also for the transition.css, we have the text here. Just gonna copy that and paste that in there, and yeah, that looks good. Save.